What if the collapse of America has already started, and most people just don't realize it yet? Not because people are dumb, not because they're asleep, but because collapse doesn't look like collapse when you're living inside it. Rome didn't wake up one day and say, "Yeah, today feels like the beginning of the end." Life went on. Markets were open. Bread was still being handed out. Soldiers still guarded the borders. Everything looked fine, and that's the trap. Because history doesn't announce collapse with sirens, it whispers first. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Every empire believes its problems are unique. Every empire believes history doesn't apply to them. Every empire believes they've figured it out. Rome believed that. Britain believed that. Soviet Union believed that. And now, America believes that. But when historians and economists line up the data, when they compare timelines, debt cycles, currency systems, and social behavior, they see something disturbing. Empires don't collapse randomly. They collapse in predictable stages. And right now, the United States is no longer early in that process. It is deep into stage 4 of economic collapse. This is the stage where the system still looks powerful.
Ow.
The currency still dominates. The military is still unmatched, but underneath, the foundation is cracking. So today, we're going to trace this pattern from ancient Rome to modern America and expose why stage 4 is the most dangerous phase of all. Not because collapse happens instantly, but because everything after this becomes damage control. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why history is lining up again and why this time the consequences are global. Part 1. Why empires don't fall the way movies show. When people imagine collapse, they picture chaos, burning cities, riots in the streets, foreign armies marching in. That's not how it works. That's just the final chapter. The real collapse happens quietly inside financial systems, currencies, and incentives. Historians studying Rome noticed something strange. Rome didn't collapse when it was weak. It collapsed after centuries of success. That's when patterns emerge. Over time, researchers mapped a 7-stage collapse cycle that keeps repeating: innovation and productivity, trade dominance, currency dominance, debt expansion, social fragmentation, loss of trust, and legitimacy collapse or forced reset. Most people only notice stage 6 or 7, but by then, it's already over. Stage 4 is the turning point. The moment where the system stops producing real value and starts surviving on debt. Rome entered stage for nearly 300 years before it officially fell. That's how slow this process is. That's why it's so dangerous. Part 2. Let's go back to early Rome. Rome wasn't magical. It wasn't destined. It was practical. Strong farmers, disciplined soldiers, hard money. The Roman Republic was built on real production. Its currency, the denarius, was silver. Not symbolic silver. Actual silver. That mattered. Because when money is real, governments are forced to be disciplined. You can't print silver. You have to earn it. This kept Rome lean. Expansion brought resources. Resources funded the army. The army protected trade. That loop worked for centuries. This was stage 1 and stage 2, innovation and trade dominance. Rome became the center of the world. But success creates new problems. Part 3. As Rome expanded, costs exploded. More borders meant more soldiers, more forts, more administrators. Rome also promised citizens free grain entertainment, social stability. The empire became expensive. Taxes weren't enough. And here's where everything changed. Instead of shrinking, instead of reforming, Rome chose the easy way out. They debased the currency. At first, nobody noticed. Coins looked the same, felt the same, spent the same. But the silver content dropped. Slowly, quietly. Over time, inflation crept in. Prices rose, wages lagged, trust weakened. Rome entered stage 3 and slid directly into stage 4. Part 4. Stage 4 is not collapse, it's deception. At this stage, growth is manufactured, debt hides structural weakness. Elites protect assets, citizens feel pressure but can't explain why Rome didn't panic. They adapted. Price controls, or taxes, more bureaucracy. Every fix made the system more fragile. Sound familiar? Because stage 4 always feels manageable until suddenly it isn't. Part 5. Let's fast forward to the United States. Post-World War II America was unstoppable. Industrial powerhouse. Global trade leader. Dollar backed by gold. This was Rome at its peak. But then came 1971. The gold standard ended. Money became debt. From that moment on, the rules changed. Growth no longer required productivity. It required borrowing. It was the quiet entry into stage 4. Part 5. Fast forward to the United States. Post-World War II America was unstoppable. Industrial powerhouse. Global trade leader, dollar backed by gold. This was Rome at its peak. But then came 1971. The gold standard ended. Money became debt. From that moment on, the rules changed. Growth no longer required productivity. It required borrowing. That was the quiet entry into stage 4. Part 6. Let's line them up. Rome. Currency debasement, rising inequality, expanding bureaucracy, permanent deficits. America. Money printing asset bubbles, wealth concentration, exploding national debt, different language, same pattern. Debt now fuels. Government spending, corporate survival. Market stability, not growth. Survival. That's stage 4. Part 7. Rome tried reforms. America tries bailouts. Rome tried control. America tries stimulus. Both avoid the core issue. The system itself is broken. You can't print your way out of structural decline. You could only delay it. Delay makes the reset worse. Part 8. Stage 5 is social fracture. Rome saw class division, political extremism, loss of unity. America is seeing the same. Stage 6 is loss of trust. That's when currencies fall fast. That's when systems reset. Conclusion. So here are 3 final takeaways. 1. Collapse is slow, then sudden. By the time people notice, options are gone. 2. Stage 4 is the illusion of control. Everything looks fine until it breaks. 3. History never forgives arrogance. Every empire thought it was different. The real question isn't whether change is coming. It's whether you understand the pattern before it finishes. If this video helped connect the dots, hit like, subscribe, and share it. Because history doesn't repeat itself quietly, it repeats loudly.